I almost cried on an airplane recently, not because my toddler had a meltdown, but because of what another mom did. We were on maybe in a 4.5 hour flight, and our youngest did really well for most of it. We came prepared. We had a bunch of onboard entertainment, snacks, stickers, tape, all of the distractions. I'll probably do an entire video about that, but anyways, the last 30 minutes of the flight, it happened. Full meltdown. The kind where they throw their body and they're screaming and they're kicking and tossing their head everywhere and their hands, maybe an occasional hit to the face, maybe a slap to the face, maybe some scratches to the face. The whole meltdown happened. And the thing about being on an airplane, I don't have to tell you this, is that you can't leave. You can't go outside. You are just there taking a public beating. So, we did what we could, going back and forth between me and my husband and pointing out the window and trying to do all these distractions, and nothing was working. She was probably, actually I know, because of the outcome, was very tired. So I am basically taking a public beating. And as you are also aware, there are a lot of people around you looking at you. People are looking. I can feel their laser eyes on me. And then out of nowhere, this woman walks up to us and she says, "Hey, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids, a set of twins." She said, "You're doing great." She hands me a couple of little things that she says have helped her kids in the past whenever they're having meltdowns. Now keep in mind, the plane is preparing for landing, so she really kind of just risked it to come over and to help us. And the funny thing is that the things that she gave us didn't actually distract our daughter. Her presence did. Our daughter kind of paused and just kind of stared at her for a second, and she started to calm down. And then, of course, like all toddlers do at this point, she falls asleep. Literally at this point, maybe last 20 minutes of the flight. I actually made a note to myself, when we get to the rental car, I'm going to cry. I'm just gonna let it out. I'm going to cry it out. And I wanted to cry, but not because of the meltdown, the public beating. It was bad, but I wanted to cry because that woman was so kind. She was fully prepared to get yelled at by the flight crew. She should not have done that, to try to bring me and probably everyone else around us a little bit of peace. And I've had a lot of meltdowns, I've had a lot of meltdowns with our kids, and I've never had anybody walk up to us and try to help. And it meant a lot to me, and it still means a lot to me, and it's really left an impression on me. Because if you're a parent, you know the feeling. And you're doing everything you can, and your kid is having a moment, and you feel like the entire world is judging you. And then another mom looks at you and says, "You're doing great." And it changes everything. And honestly, this trip taught me a lot about flying with toddlers and what works and what doesn't work and what to bring on the plane and what not to bring on the plane. But I will never forget that woman, and I hope one day I'm on a flight and I see another mom having a hard time and I can be there to help her. Because sometimes the best thing another parent can give you is 5 seconds of understanding.